I go back to one of my original questions. We've gathered all this data. How do we reverse all that is happening to our people with this knowledge?
First of all, let's not minimize the importance of the word. I mean, people like to call it rhetoric. People like to say it's just talking. Talking is the foundation for re-education. So this program, this format, having this opportunity is so limited. The amount of talk show hours that occur on television are overwhelming. And the amount of garbage and trash that gets talked is overwhelmingly limited, is overwhelmingly in a higher proportion than the kind of talk like this that goes on. So number one is to get a new kind of information to our people. Let's begin to tell them another story. And the story that we are talking about in terms of self-affirmation is a critical way to begin to counter that, as well as help let our people become more conscious of what happens in warfare and how we are at war and people are fighting to destroy us. We need to teach that so that people will understand that it's not RoboCop who is our enemy. It is Charles Murray who's writing a book defining us as being intellectually inferior who is our enemy. It's the people who are selecting comedians and buffoons to put on TV rather than selecting our scholars to begin to tell us something about where we can go. I'm sorry, Dr.
Hilliard.
I can't say it any better than that.
Okay. All right, then let me take another tack on this. We always talk about our young people and what's wrong with our young people, but what's wrong with our elders today? It seems to me it's the elders' responsibility to reach back and teach the young people what we already know.
I think elders need socialization just as much as the children do, especially those who missed what they ought to have had. And then I think elders need information. You know, many of our people don't have the kind of information that we're sharing right here, right now. So they have no sense of the depth of the problem, the nature of the siege that Dr. Akbar was talking about. And so if you look at the behavior of people who have means, sometimes degrees, bank accounts, and so forth, you look at their behavior, you would swear that everything is just perfect because their behavior reflects no attention to the crisis that we're in. But given what we just got through talking about, just take the prison thing alone, the socialization of our kids alone, these are critical things, and if we're not mobilized to address those, and we are the only ones that will address those, no one else will come into our communities and fix that problem other than us.
Even though the physical realities of slavery were over 130 years ago, the bottom line is that psychologically, not only do we still suffer from the duress of that condition, we also have behavioral patterns that were established during that time that persist. And as with any other thing whereby we change our behavior, is that it must be preceded by awareness. If we don't know it, we can't change it. Let's decide that we want to stop acting like slaves, and let's understand that when we tear each other down, when we can't come together as a community, when we begin to see work as something that services other people and not ourselves, that's not normal. That's how slaves act. Do you want to be a slave? Well, stay on the plantation. I want to get free.
All right. On that note, we'll close it out. I thank you, gentlemen, both for being here. It's been very enlightening. Thank you very much.
Thank you.